mission to Grisha's basement begins as the scouts walk past the forest through the nighttime. They make it out of the forest and start doing their best Red Dead Redemption 2 impressions as they ride their horses to where it all began. Besides going to Grisha's dungeon, the scouts want to plug up both holes entering Walmaria and the outside world. And to do this, they're going to use Aaron's hardening ability. While Aaron is trying to do this, Armin finds ashes on top of the walls, meaning somebody is nearby. Erwin decides to leave Armin in command of a group and they begin searching inside the walls. And NPC number 254 finds a hollow point in the wall, but Reiner says, "Hello, motherfucker," and stabs him through his body. Levi, without a second thought, goes towards Reiner and stabs him through his neck. But Reiner proves that he's Isayama's favorite character because somehow he's not dead. As he transforms, like 20 titans spawn out of nowhere, including the Beast Titan. The Beast Titan picks up this boulder like it's a baseball and throws it 500 yards to block off the entrance to the wall. Now the scouts are pretty much trapped as the Armored Titan is on one side and 20 other titans are on the other side. As Reiner begins to climb the wall, this gorilla smashes the ground and sends the other titans towards them. And if I was the scouts, I would be shaking. Cause look at these running emotes they're doing. This one wants to be Kenny so bad. And this titan got his arms in the air like he's going skydiving. Despite that, Erwin quickly figures out their plan and ends up dividing the scouts to two groups. One that's going to try to kill the Armored Titan and protect Eren, led by Armin and Hanji, and the other that's going to protect the horses, led by Erwin and Levi. Reiner climbs the wall to try to destroy the horses, and he's met by Erwin, who just stares him dead in the face. As this happens, Eren transforms right behind him, and Reiner decides to go after Eren instead of destroying the horses. So it's Reiner versus Eren round 2, and this is up mostly like round 1 because Reiner gets his ass beat until he grabs Eren's legs and slams him through an entire house. While Eren and Reiner are grabbing each other, Mikasa and Hanji come through and put 2 thunder spears in both of his eyes. And if that wasn't bad enough, the rest of the squad puts some in his back and blow his back out. The scouts are cheering now that they got Reiner down, but Reiner ends up screaming, which is a signal that he is in danger. So the Beast Titan becomes prime Aaron Rodgers and launches the barrel that Bertolt is in towards Reiner, and the scouts up and skedaddle. Bertho gets out of the barrel and goes to Reiner to see what the scouts then done to him. Meanwhile, Armin tells Hanji that he's gonna try to talk to him to reason with him because talking to a walking atomic bomb is definitely a good idea. So Armin asks Bertho if they can talk it out, which Bertho says only way they can talk it out is if the scouts decide to lay down and die. Armin begins to antagonize him, saying that Annie's gonna keep screaming for the torture that she's going through, which is cap. But Bertho says, go ahead, I don't give a fuck. Then he transforms, killing about 90% of the scout regiment. So now that plan didn't work, now they have to come up with a second plan to kill the Colossal before he spreads the fire to the other side of the wall. Speaking of the other side, they have things to worry about too because the Beast Titan is throwing fastballs, destroying their only protection and killing off scout members. Talking about, that was a little higher than what I'm looking for. I'm trying for a perfect game. I think you already got a perfect game. You don't need to do anymore. Anyways, Eren yells at Bertho to try to get his attention, but he ignores Eren. So Eren starts sprinting towards him and grabs his leg, but he kicks him into the wall like he's nothing. The squad decides to try to distract him so that Mikasa can sneak behind him and shoot thunder spears into his mate, but he uses his steam to blow them away. To make matters worse, Reiner is somehow some way back up. It's like he work on nothing but endurance and nothing else, cause this shit don't make no fucking sense. Switching to the other side again, Erwin finally comes up with a plan that has a very small chance at working because for it to work, he and all the rookie scouts will have to ride towards their death, just for the slim chance of Levi killing the Beast Titan. Erwin gives up on his dreams of seeing the basement and has one of the greatest speeches in anime history, convincing 100 soldiers to ride to their death. And as they ride towards the Beast Titan, Erwin gets hit with a piece of boulder. The Beast Titan is throwing endless boulders, killing off any and every scout member. But while he was doing that, Levi was getting a drop on him and sneaks up on him, slicing his whole arm off. Levi fucked him up so bad, he took him back to a flashback. I've never seen this before. Levi then slices his eyes, then goes down to his Achilles, jumps up in the air and says, what happened? You not having fun no more? Then swoops down and pulls a Mortal Kombat fatality move on him. Now that he has Zeke, he's thinking about having someone turn into a Titan to take the Beast Titan's power. But sadly, this ugly ass Titan snatches him away, leaving Levi empty-handed. But we do see that one person did end up surviving, which is good or bad depending on future events that happen. This leads us to the other group. When Armin sees that the Colossal Titan is getting thinner, meaning that the heat he puts out eats at his muscles, he finally comes up with a plan to take out the Colossal Titan and goes to Eren to wake him up. The others go towards Reiner to try to take him out, but he runs right past him. So Mikasa puts on them jets, shoots a thunder spear in his legs, knocking him off balance. Armin tells Eren the plan, but what he doesn't tell him is that he's pulling the Erwin. Their plan starts as Eren slips off the wall and Armin dodges the slowest slap in human history. He goes towards the face of Bertho and puts his hooks in the teeth of the Colossal Titan. Bertho starts radiating steam, burning Armin alive, but no matter what, Armin still holds on until he can't. Bertho, thinking that the fight was over, looks and sees that where Eren was is crystallized now, and out of nowhere Eren slices the nape of the Colossal, pulling out Bertho bitch ass. Meanwhile, the others are fighting Reiner, and Jean uses himself as a distraction while Connie and Sasha try to destroy his jaw, but Sasha ends up missing, leaving Mikasa with no way to get to Reiner until Hanji appears from the dead, blowing up the other side of Reiner's jaw. With this opening, Mikasa does about 5 spins just to stun before putting a thunder spear in Reiner's mouth, knocking him out of his Titan form. And with that, the last thing you see is Armin burnt to a crisp, looking like a human charcoal. But if you like the vid, hit the like button, subscribe. But with that being said, I'm the one and only KO, and I'm out.